I mean, people these days are divided on almost anything. You know, there are people to the left and people to the right and people for things and people against things, except for burgers. Everybody loves burgers. Matter of fact, everybody that I know love burgers. And I think everybody that you know love burgers. Just think about it for a moment. Is anybody in your family or friends does not love a good burger? And if you find one, I think you should call the cops. I don't know if you can trust them. Just saying. Our burger is gonna be inspired by some delicious Moroccan street food sandwiches, Kofta and Merguez. They have very nice tomato-based sauces, some onions, some peppers, lots of spices. So let's make it.
We stir our sauce by grating 3 garlic cloves. On medium heat, drizzle 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil, and then add the garlic. Cook for 1 minute and then add 50 grams or 2 ounces of tomato sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of paprika. Cook for 3 minutes, and then add 25 grams or 1 ounce of tomato paste and 1/2 tablespoon of harissa. Cook for another 3 minutes, and you'll end up with a nice thick tomato sauce. If you want to spice things up, use the full tablespoon of harissa. First, chop 1/2 of a green bell pepper and 1/2 of a red bell pepper and 1 medium onion into thick wedges. Stir fry them on high heat with 1.5 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Add 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, a teaspoon of black pepper, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. Fry for 5 minutes while constantly moving the pan. You are going to eat a burger? You might as well burn some of the calories. We will also need slices of red onions and tomatoes. Try to cut them to match the circumference of your buns, because they will make your burger look better. In Morocco, we tend to boil and then fry the potatoes. So pick some starchy potatoes, put them in cold water, add a generous amount of sea salt. On medium heat, bring the water to boil, then turn it off and let them sit there until the water cools down. You will get potatoes that are almost boiled but still firm. Use any vegetable oil. I personally prefer peanut oil. Wait for the oil temperature to reach 170 Celsius or 340 Fahrenheit. When the fries are ready, salt immediately because the salt melts on the surface when they are still hot. For meat, we are going to use 400 grams or roughly 14 ounces. If you have the choice, ask the butcher for shoulder or leg meat. Lamb tend to be on the fatty side, so you'll always have plenty of fat with your meat and will make for really good juicy burgers. If you are using a grinder, throw in a small onion at the end, which will push all the meat out, and at the same time grind the onion. If you're not using a grinder, grate a small onion and add it to the meat. For the spices, use 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of coriander, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Get your hand in there and mix very well. Measure your meat and divide it into 3 patties. You should get 135 grams or 4.8 ounces which is a size that fits in a human mouth and you don't look like an animal eating it. Shape your patties against the cutting board by pressing down from the middle and packing it from the sides. You want them to be 1.5 centimeters or 1 inch thick. And when you pick them up, use a thin spatula and be careful not to break them. I'm using my own recipe for burger buns. If you're interested, check out the link in the upper right corner. Ladies and gentlemen, toast your buns. Always. No one likes a soggy burger. So now apply our sauce on one side and mayonnaise on the other. Get all the toppings in place before you start cooking the patties, because as simple as burgers might seem, they have 5 to 6 components, and if you don't get your workflow right, you'll mess up something, which end up ruining the whole burger. Drizzle enough vegetable oil to cover the pan, and use a cast iron if you have one. Crack some salt and pepper on the meat. Wait for the skillet to heat up, and then cook for 90 seconds on this side. Now flip to the other side and cook for 1 minute. Then add a slice of Gouda cheese, cover your pan, and cook for another 30 seconds. That's 3 minutes in total and would get you a medium cooked burger. Serve with your fries and enjoy.
All right, our burger's ready. I want to chop it, see how it looks like from the inside. That looks beautiful. All right, give it a bite. This is good. Oh, this is so good. I think I should finish this. I was supposed to just try it, but it's just was really good. Not my fault. Delicious and was fun to make, and I really hope you can make this at home. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. This is what a Moroccan burger or really? Two ambulances. I live right next to a hospital and a police station. When we got this apartment, we did not think about making a YouTube channel. Anyway, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll leave all the ingredients right below this video. If you like this, you know what to do, and I'll see you next time.